Yeah, no, we're gonna keep it together. First of all, like Chris said, I just want to thank everybody who made it out here to celebrate Drew and Sara. I know some of you guys had all kinds of logistics to get your families here, and you know what? I feel the love from everybody. That's something that you really can't put a number on. So thank you for that. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is John Ramirez. I have the privilege to be Drew's dad, and he's blessed me with the honor to be his best man. I can tell you that now I'm also blessed with the honor of being the lovely Miss Sara's father-in-law. And I told her before, she's one of mine now. She's just like, Amanda.
Faith.
She's just like, Faith.
He's already choked up. You're already choked up.
There you go. When Drew first asked me to be his best man, I kind of just looked at him and I said, dude, you don't have to do that. I already have a role in it. I'm your dad. You know? I'm going to be the groom's dad. But he looked at me and he said, Dad, you don't understand. You're my best friend. I said, of course I said yes, because that's what best friends do, right? He asked me to be his best man, I'm his best man. Funny story. So I go and I tell one of my neighbors, his name is Mike, we always banter back and forth. And I say, hey Mike, Drew's gonna get married. He says, yay. And he asked me to be his best man. And he says, you know, Johnny Ram, he says, you're a great dad, but did you ever think that maybe you sheltered your son so much that the poor kid didn't have any other friends? And you had no choice but to make you his best friend? So I took his invitation and put it back in my pocket. And Mike's not here with us. Actually, he couldn't make it, but who needs a smart aleck with Mark Sanders? Anyways, Drew and I, we've been best friends for as long as he can remember. And actually, prior to that, we went to potty training. Because that's what best friends do. I remember that, when he was learning how to ride his bike, his best friend was there with him. I'd hold him by his shirt, and he'd pedal his little bottom off, and he got the smile like, oh, that's it right there, that smile. He got that smile on his face, and I was just doing it for miles, and it nearly killed me. So I did that because that's what best friends do, and I'm just glad I'm still here. We did a lot together. We go fishing. We both were really bad at it, so we wouldn't really continue that. We went camping once. Neither one of us really like camping. So we didn't really do that too much. Actually, we're Hilton guys. I would book the hotel, pay for the hotel, do wait by the pool, so I'd take him out to dinner. Because that's what best friends do. That's our relationship. The thing is, so we couldn't fish, we were lousy at it, we hated camping, it was a lot of work. So one thing that we connected in was sports. Early on, I remember our very first sport we played, we were on the same team, it was soccer. I remember him being 4 years old, and first game, he sits out in the field, he starts picking flowers. My wife can attest to that because she's telling John it's okay. So anyway, so I go out and say, like a best friend, I'm there to encourage. So I say, hey Drew, you're embarrassing us. You need to get up and kick the round ball. So sure enough, eventually he became a great soccer player. I think one game he scored like 5. Like on his 6th birthday, he scored like 6 goals or something. Wow. It was crazy. He was the star player, and I sat on the bench. That's okay. I was the coach and the water boy. But that's what best friends do. We eventually decided to, it's a lot of running in soccer, and it's pretty hot. So maybe we can do something indoors. So we settled on basketball. And, the peculiar thing about that, and I got a nephew who's also, he can attest to this, we're of Dominican descent, in case, as white as Drew looks, what you can see about Dominicans is that they can play baseball. Because you and I, we have trouble swinging the bat, and don't ask us to catch a ball. And, I got a couple nephews, neither one of them play baseball. We all play basketball. Unfortunately, we're not all 7 foot tall. We're stuck in 6th grade. When we played basketball, sure enough, he became a prolific 3-point shooter. And if you don't believe me, I made a bunch of videos. That's what best friends do. Basketball. You look it up. You see him shooting.
YouTube.
I sat on the bench. I rooted for Drew, and I coached a team, and I was the water boy. So because that's what best friends do. When he went to high school, 9th grade year, we both tried out. He made the varsity team. Actually started for the varsity team. Drew Ramirez, basketball.
YouTube.
Yeah, he started for the varsity team, and I didn't make that cut. So you know what? It didn't bother me because he was my best friend, so I was gonna support him. So I would sit in the bleachers, and my new role was to make sure that the referees knew when they made a bad call. So, and this is a true story, because Darla would try to calm me down. He would just run by me and just shake his head, and he'd wave at me. It really made me feel like part of the team. But sure enough, you know what? That's what best friends do. So I was there for him. So I asked you, what do best friends do? I can tell you that best friends, they make you feel valued, and they make you feel loved. And this is the tough part, right? For as long as Drew, not there.
Let it out, man.
Been around me, he's always made me feel valued, and he's always made me feel loved. And that's because that's what best friends do. I can tell you that anybody who knows Drew, and if you don't, I'll tell you, he's just very kind. He's very humble, and one thing about him, most kids want to be like their dad. Well, I'm somebody who wants to be like Drew, and I tell you, I said that to him during his graduation, and I'll tell him that now. One of the things that he also has, he has an innate ability to make great choices. I mean, he's not perfect, but even when he stumbles, and he has, he knows how to find the right path. And one of the best choices that he's made was back in March of 2021, when he decided to ask Sara to be his lovely wife.
Woo!
Tell you that? Anybody who knows Sara, anybody who knows Sara knows that she's also very kind. She's also very humble. And most importantly, she laughs at Drew's jokes. So for me, that's a keeper. And I'm going to end this. I could be long-winded, so let's say. The fact that Drew asked me to be his best man, listen, that's a great honor, and it fills me up with pride. But the truth is that I'm not the hero of the story. All the credit really goes to my lovely wife of 34 years. It was actually her idea to have kids.
True. He didn't want
Anyways, she's the backbone of our family. I can tell you, and some of Drew's friends, some of my friends say I'm kind of a scoundrel. So the reason he's such a fine gentleman and such a kind-hearted person is because of his mother. Honest to God. I got one more story, and this is the last story. Because what time is the venue over? When Drew was a little boy, he believed that anytime he got a new pair of shoes, he could run further and faster than he ever could. So he asked his mom and I to go outside, and he'd run as far as he can, as fast as he can. We'd lose sight of him, we'd come back, out of breath. And he'd look at me and his mom and say, hey, am I faster? And me and his mom would look at him and say, well, we'd lie. You're a lot faster, you know? And he'd jump as high as he could. And he said, am I jumping higher, Dad? And I'm thinking, you're pretty white, dude. But yeah, man, look at me. You are a high jumper. And he believed it, though. He believed it. So what I did, maybe if you would please, I bought him a pair of tennis shoes, a pair of sneakers, so that together they can go the distance. They can go further, they can set their own pace. You don't have to go really fast. You're going to save the moment, and you can reach the stars. And also, so that Drew, every chance you get, you jump as high as you can, so that you can hang the moon for Sarah.
Aww.
Because Sarah is your new best friend.
Aww.
Best friend.
No, open the box. Open the box.
You know what? Here's to Drew and Sarah. May God bless your marriage. May you live happily ever after. And if you ever need something, I still have a wallet, so you're always welcome. So, salud y amor.
John, open the box. Open the box.